Yeah, so all that said, kind of feels like we should be praying more as a community, doesn't it? You know, we've looked for years of how we could do this because the truth is, it's hard to keep people at a physical prayer meeting. People are just busy these days. Much, not to mention COVID, but even before COVID, getting people to attend faithfully a prayer meeting, honestly, man, you'd get the same 5, 7 people most of the time. And it's like they feel like the burden of prayer is entirely on them. And so I've just been looking for a way, how do we do this in a way that is up to date, but still allows more and more people to participate? And here's the negative if our people don't pray. People don't grow in the grace of prayer and like the gifting which we should be growing in. And our church doesn't actually accomplish everything that it's supposed to. And so we're going to go a different route. Unlike a traditional prayer meeting, we're going to try a virtual prayer meeting of sorts done over a podcast. So people call in or they go to the web link and they leave a prayer request, or they pray for others that they've heard their request on a previous episode. It's all shared by podcast in a group experience. So just imagine you're driving down the road or wherever you're doing, and you hear people saying, "Oh, on your podcast, I need prayer for this, and this is what's hard." And you pray for them right there because we're all praying for them. You might also hear some things that I've told you about. Hey man, here's some challenges the church is experiencing this month. Here's some things, some hills we need to take. Would you pray for this thing? And you're agreeing, we're all praying together. And then because you heard so-and-so say this, you go onto the web link and you're sharing, hey, I just want you to know I prayed for you and, I love you and I'm with you, keep after it or whatever. And then your response is also on the next prayer request. Now, the only way this doesn't work well is with immediate needs. If you need, something in the next 24 hours, it won't be fast enough. But there's a lot of things that are longer term prayers that we just need prayer about. The ultimate win is that we'll be a much more empathetic community because we'll hear more about people's difficulties. We'll be a more connected community because even if you only listen and pray along, we tend to feel deeply about what we've prayed for. And we'll become a more praying community. There's just major agenda items that we'll be funneling through the community podcast so that we'll be able to just have a more anointed, effective community. You can go to the website right now and leave what is called a SpeakPipe prayer request at fierce.church/prayer. The first episode will be released in the next few weeks. It might sound weird, but as we go into the All Church Fast, I want to ask you to go ahead and pray for the prayer community podcast, that God would really use it to bring deeper prayer into our church. It would be a solution where we're just praying more as a community to get done the things that God wants done, to get done the things in your life, in people's lives, and in the life of our church. Can you imagine what God could do over the next 12 months if we all went to prayer in a way that was convenient, but also spiritually potent?